Hey, hello guys, and thank you so much for coming to another one of my videos. Today I am fucking finally going to play Takluku. Let me go ahead and check the name. I actually forgot about the name. He should be right here. Where's the name? Xurlu. Well, whatever. Well, let me go ahead and go over the abilities a little bit. The first one, I already actually messed it up. Here it is. The passive, it is something that is not explained very well and can be easily misunderstood. So let me go ahead and explain it. As you cast abilities, you're going to get charges in which you're going to deal additional damage. Now, if you deal all three charges, it's not like your next basic attack is going to deal a ton of damage. No, they're going to be used like one at a time. If you get 3 stacks, your next 3 basic attacks are gonna deal additional damage. If you keep for example, if you keep your stacks up, I actually was not able to see how long they last, but they seem to last pretty long. I actually was not able to lose the stacks, but then again, I did not wait 20-30 minutes. I just cast the abilities, I waited a few minutes, and I still did have the abilities. And the way that you're gonna see it is that when you deal damage, the animation changes a little bit, and also you are able to see the extra damage on top of whatever damage you're dealing. So the charges, every time that you cast an ability, you're gonna have it. Once you have once you have three stacks, you're gonna be able to use them whenever you want to do so. Now, your first ability, which is the ability that I level up first, it is going to be called, let me go ahead and see if I can read it. It's going to be called Totem Strike. And what it does is just, it hits and kind of jumps to the desired location. And it's going to deal damage. This is the first ability that I level up because you can actually use it very well to be able to have your stacks, because you can use this ability 3 times, and since attack doesn't require mana or energy to attack, you can actually spam it with no consequences as long as you have your cooldowns ready. Now, the second ability, which is going to be a jump that he has, it's very good for engaging enemies. It's also very good for closing the gap between you and the enemy, helping you finish up the blows that you need to destroy an enemy, and also very good for escaping. So always try to keep it available so you can use it, and the best time that you can use it. Now, the scaling for this ability is going to be 100, so that's actually very good, guys. Now, the damage on it, it's good. The only problem, or it could be a problem, right, it's that it's magical damage, so the enemy is not going to know if you're going to be hitting them with physical or magical damage for this ability. Now, the stun does increase as you level it up, so it's going to be a good thing as well, but then again, I still prefer to level up my first ability. Now, the ultimate might be a thing that you want to keep in mind, so I'll leave it as it is. You're going to be able to read it, but as soon as you use it, you're going to be able to deal additional damage. It's going to be 20% more damage, and it's gonna last 15 seconds. Now, if you cast it again, you're actually going to deal damage in a cone shape in front of him, and that damage is gonna be insane, especially if the enemy has low HP. It can deal far more damage. Now, it's not as strong as the ultimate that Lucan has, but is very strong as well. And this one hits multiple enemies, so you can also use it to clear waves whenever the waves have low HP. Now, right now, I actually decided to show you the places that I'll be touching on my screen because my phone doesn't work. So I want to show you that I am casting the abilities correctly, and it just doesn't work at all. So yeah. As you know now, I already have my stacks, so try to always use your abilities as soon as you can, because you want to have those stacks available with you pretty much all of the time. So the next basic attack that I deal, you're gonna see the damage on it, okay? Check it out right here, guys. See, you can see that it changes a little bit. Now, what I was doing right here is I wanted the minions to have the aggro on him so I can go ahead and just attack him like crazy. Like right here, we were able to get first blood, and it was just mainly because we kind of let him punish us a little bit, but we were actually trying to let our minions do the damage, because when I turned around and decided to attack back, he was actually being hit by all of the minions at the same time. So that was very good. So right here, I am just going to go ahead and steal this potion, and I am going to go ahead and jump over there. Now, the way that I can kind of cast the abilities kind of well is if I don't move. So I kind of have to wait a little bit. I don't move, and then I can cast my abilities. But then again, that is just a problem that I have. Now, the ways in which you can build this champion vary. There are many ways that you can build this champion. You can build them a little bit tanky, you can build them a little bit bruiser, you can build them attack speed, you can build them also attack damage. It's just your preference. How I build it is gonna be a bruiser. I do like to have some defense on it. I don't go balls deep on full defense. I just get one max 2 defensive items. It depends. What I like to get, items that I like to get on this champion, is gonna be Power of the Gods and also Executioner, because they give me extra HP, and I do lose the mana from Power of the Gods and the ability power, but what I do get on exchange, it is the ability to deal additional damage whenever I cast one of my abilities. And because of my first ability, I can cast it several times, I can actually just get the most out of my passive. And also the Power of the Gods passive. Now, hard items for this champion, I do get agility shoes. It is actually an item that is recommended for this champion on the recommended list, and I cannot agree more with this champion. You have a lot of mobility, and you always can try to be jumping around as much as you can, because the more that you jump, the more that you use your abilities, the more damage that you're gonna deal overall. Oh shit. Hold on. Okay. Now you can use your wand to escape as well. Now, the reason why I decided to go for defensive boots is because the enemy is going to be able to stun us pretty often, and I actually just want to be able to also be resistant that stuns. Okay, so having those boots are going to be a good thing. Now, I am trying to see, the way that I start with this champion is going to be with Silver Spear. I just want to have extra damage, but you can get Silver Endurance and sword, the purple sword. I always freaking forget the name of that sword. Now right here, I just want to see if I can get the last hit on the minions. Now also, the targeting system for me doesn't work properly, and the way that I use the abilities doesn't work properly as well. Sometimes if I try to cast it kind of far away from me, I actually just don't do as well as I should be able to do. Now, if you like, you can start by getting items like Executioner, because that item is going to be very helpful. It does give you additional attack damage. It gives you extra HP. Oh, amazing. As you can see, guys, you can deal a ton of damage on the enemy. Just try to pump up all of your abilities so you can stack your passive, and that way just wait for the right moment so you can cast your ultimate. Now, whenever you use your ultimate, always try to have it on the most time available that you can, even though that you can also use it, cast it as soon as you can, and then just use your ultimate whenever you think that you need it, because the buff that you have for 20% more damage, you're gonna still have it for the 15 seconds, even though if you cast it right away. So that is a thing that you have to keep in mind. Even though you cast your ability twice, your ultimate, you can also keep in mind that using your ultimate right away is going to be making sure that you still have the passive. As you can see, I already used my ultimate, and I still do have my buff on. So that's going to be a thing that I'll be doing. Now right here, again, just cast your abilities as soon as you can. Try to spam it as much as you can, because that passive, it is very good. It actually hurts very bad the enemy. It's a very good thing to do. Now, this champion, I honestly think it's a very versatile champion. The only thing about this champion is that not a lot of players play this champion, but he can be very fun. You have a lot of mobility, and you can actually knock up the enemies with your first ability. So what you can do is just some additional tips. Is what you can do is you can always try to have your passive stack 3 times, and then you can just close the gap with your with your second ability. Once you hit the enemy, you can also make sure that you keep attacking the enemy with your first ability. Just try to fit in some basic attacks between your enemies so you can get the best out of the power of the gods, also get the best out of other abilities that you can have. Now, using your one to escape is also a good thing, and you can also make sure that you can knock up the enemy. One thing that you can do is you can knock up the enemy, and then you can use your second ability to just jump backwards. That way you'll be making the gap even bigger. So that's gonna be a good thing. So this champion, it's very good, guys. It is kind of it could be a little bit difficult because you have to get the hang of it. Right now I am building just lifesteal because I do want to be able to be around a little bit longer, because since I'm no longer to shut down enemies, because I do have to aim my abilities. You rely a lot on being able to aim the abilities, and that is actually a problem. Now, if you auto lock the enemy and you use your second ability, you're not gonna jump to the enemy. It's not like a Constantine. With Constantine, you can use your waterfall at any location, especially if you already have locked the enemy. But for this one, you actually have to aim it, so you don't automatically send it out. So right here, oh shit, no. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh shit, he missed. Now, what I was trying to do, I was trying to zigzag. Okay, so what I can do is I can jump to one direction and then just jump back to the direction that I started off. So that way I can just kind of make sure that I can, like he jumped over there, I can still deal a lot of damage. As you can see, I was able to deal 400 damage, and I maybe could have dealt a little bit more damage, but it was not possible because of the amount of HP that he still had left. So you can kind of wait a little bit, but don't wait too much because you can actually waste it. But what you can do is waste your passive on the champion enemy, because that's gonna be very good. Now, guys, leaving that aside, I think that those are the things that I wanted to say to talk about him. Now, let me go ahead and talk about the build. I do Royal Shield. The reason is that it allows me to catch the enemies faster. I do prefer it over items like frame armor. It is just a matter of preference, because when the enemy attacks me, I actually make the enemy slow. So it makes it for me a little bit easier to just be able to follow or close the gap between me and my enemies. Now, I do have some items that I do prefer to get. If it gets crazy, I do go for critical damage and critical rate. It is just a beast. What you can get is going to be very simple, and this is what it can be very helpful for you guys as well. You can get permanence. You can get 2 proxy bows if you like, if you want to have the 100%. But if you want, you can also change one of. Okay, let me tell you 2 builds, and just try to pay attention. The first one is going to be the following: Power of the Gods, 2 proxy bows, 1 agility shoes, then dragon sword for penetration, and then 1 defensive item. It sacrifices a lot of defense, but it's going to be very helpful. I will get Royal Shield. Okay, now another build could be like this. You can get Power of the Gods, proxy bow, permanence, executioner, your shoes that you like, and then the last item could also be Royal Shield. Now, if you want to go super bulky, if you just want to be like going everywhere without consequences, you can get Power of the Gods for attack speed. You can also get Executioner. You can also get no, never mind. It's Power of the Gods, then Reaper Sight, then you can get Royal Shield, Elven Armor, and then which one? Dragon Heart, and last you can get Agility Shoes. That way you're gonna be able to move a lot. You're gonna be able to just be everywhere, and you'll be able to have so much sustain that it's gonna be crazy. Now you can actually sacrifice Agility Shoes. It's not a thing that I strongly recommend, but as long as you have some cooldown reduction, which it'll be coming from Elven Armor and Executioner, you can actually, and as well, get defensive shoes, because they're actually very helpful for you as well. Now I do have to be very careful on how I cast the abilities, because I cannot aim it properly, so that's gonna be a problem. So yeah, it sucks, guys. As you could see, if you're paying attention to the pointers that I have on the screen, a lot of times I actually use the abilities and I don't get to use the ability how I want. It's not called proxy bow, it's called fucking Solaris bow. So these are the items that I'll be using right now. Did you get to see that, guys? I was casting my ability and I was not able to do so. I freaking hate this phone. And I don't know if you're aware, guys, but I actually I am going to stop playing the game for a little bit. I already got the money that I wanted, and oh, very stupid. I wanted to dash to the other location. Really? I wanted to dash to the other location. I wanted to dash to the towards my fountain. Oh, he's going for two execution. No, what's the permanence? He's going for two permanence. I have a lot of people debating that. It's not a good idea. It is just not. Don't even worry about it. It's not a good idea. Now, guys, I already lost another match, but this is the only gameplay that I have for this champion, and I am not going to play this champion again, because this champion relies a lot on you being able to cast your abilities properly, and because I was not able to do so, I actually got defeated. Now, guys, whenever this champion gets revamped, I will play this champion again for you guys. For this, the way that it is now, I am not going to play him again, and I just hope that you guys understand, and I hope that I was able to talk about all of the things that I want to talk about this champion. So I rarely have seen this champion, guys, but then again, just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. I do hope that you have a great day, and thank you so much for all your support. And sorry